from Ngawang.
We consider the Mongolian Sokos are always big and tall and strong and brave. So we can see by the mic here, once I came out, bend it down. Alright, my name is Ngawang Tharchin, as introduced by MC. I'm a current president of Regional Tibetan Youth Congress of New York and New Jersey. I'm about to finish my term. We have 2 years term. This is my, I think, second time. I came last year also. Engabak invited me, and I would like to thank Engabak and Southern Mongolian for inviting me to speak the human rights situation in Tibet under the Chinese Communist rule. And also, we had a different protest in New York City, and we participated at the Southern Mongolian participated along with the Tibetan Youth Congress and many other countries and organizations of those countries which remains suppressed and oppressed under the Communist Chinese government. As we all know, the situation in Tibet, situation in Southern Mongolia, situation in East Turkestan, human rights in China, Hong Kong, and influencing in all the neighboring countries, including Taiwan, all the human rights violation, all the oppression by the Communist China resembles in all these countries. As far as Tibet, situation of Tibet, as all of you know, Tibet, since Tibetan uprising in 1959, it's been 60 years that we lost our country. His Holiness the Dalai Lama came to exile. Many Tibetans left their country, separated from their families, and even today, after all these 60 years, Tibet continues to be suppressed. As per as the Freedom House report, Tibet is considered as Tibet ranks second least freedom after Syria, which is even least than the North Korea. At least you can hear news, whether it's good or bad, something out of North Korea, whereas in Tibet it's totally deadlocked. Whatever you are hearing from the exiled communities like us. Those are the only news that you hear. It's totally deadlocked in Tibet. It's not only human rights. When it comes to environment of Tibet, when it comes to culture of Tibet, China intentionally wiping out the unique Tibetan cultures, language. It's not about separatists. If you talk about the language activists like Tashi Wangchuk, who even said in the Chinese court that he don't support or he don't speak about the independence of Tibet. He just simply wants to preserve the language of Tibet, and Chinese Communist Party constitution also gives rights to preserve the ethnic language, which is within the constitution of China. Hence, he was blamed as a separatist. He was not given access to his lawyers, and he was jailed. And we don't know in what condition he's going to come out. And similarly, as you have heard, more than 160 Tibetans have self-immolated. Given a choice, nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to live. When you see right now the outbreak of virus, coronavirus, how much we are worried. We don't want to die. But why these young people are burning themselves? That's the question. So in Tibet, if you protest, if you put your voice, they will simply arrest you, put you in jail. They could imprison you for long term, and when you come out, you won't live long, or either you die in jail. That's why Tibetans resort to self-immolate, even after they were burned, or even before burning. Many of them leaves a note saying that please don't let my body in the hands of Chinese police, Chinese authorities. That's what they leave the message to their families and friends. That kind of situation continues to happen in Tibet. And recently, Chinese passed a law of ethnic unity, which simply targets, we can say, Tibetans, Mongolians, and East-Turkestan. Participation of all the people in all the regions, especially in the ethnic region, means if you look at Tibet, already in Lhasa, there are more Chinese than the Tibetans. The Chinese language is spoken more than the Tibetan language. So equal participation will clearly it's clear target for the extinction of Tibetan culture, Tibetan language. Thus, we oppose the law and we condemn the law, and we are very much worried about the new law that is ethnic unity. And also, the one of the most hot topic in the international news is about the next Dalai Lama. I think when I say Dalai Lama, suppose the Mongolians have also an equal responsibility as Tibetans. Chinese government, communist government, which considers religious as a poison. The monks were killed, monasteries were demolished. They have done immense destruction of Tibetan Buddhism. Hence, when it comes to reincarnation of Dalai Lama, they are saying that there should be an authorization from the Chinese Communist Party, which is quite funny. And it plays, I think, the 15th Dalai Lama, the incarnation plays a very important role in issue of Tibet. So that's why we contend that the Chinese government has no legitimacy to involve in the choosing of next Dalai Lama and reincarnation of Dalai Lama. With this, I would like to conclude my words about the human rights situation in Tibet. I would like to take questions regarding the situation in Tibet.
What is the situation with Tharchin Lama?
Tharchin Lama is the second highest Lama after Dalai Lama. He was abducted since the age of 6, and then actually there is two Tharchin Lama right now. Tharchin Genji Chugilima is recognized by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, which a majority of Tibetans respect and considered Panchen Genichik Lama as the legitimate Panchen Lama. And then there is a Panchen Lama chosen by the Chinese government. He lives more in China than in Tibet. There were several attempts to reach about the Panchen Lama, including United Nations Human Rights, including there are some priests who tried to find out about Panchen Lama. The diplomats from the United States and I think from Australia also, they tried to find where about Panchen Lama. Whenever the officials, whenever the diplomat asks to the Chinese government about the Panchen Lama, their answers are always different. Sometimes they say he's living in Tibet, he's living in China. They're saying that he wants a private life. They say he wants to study. He needs private life. Just saying, giving such kind of a reason. Until today, nobody knows where he is, and even we are worried that whether he is alive or not. But there are some news that he's still alive. He's young and he's studying. But in fact, we don't know whether he's alive or not. And the answers from the Chinese government is always varies. They don't have any specific answers. That's why last year during the Panchen Lama's arrest day, the Regional Tibetan Youth Congress lobbied to U.S. Congress. We went to Senator Marco Rubio's office, Congressman Jim McGovern's office. We went to Senator Bernie Sanders' office, and all the representative office from New York and New Jersey. We lobbied and we continue to lobby until today. And Tibetan Youth Congress will never give up until we found where he is.
Sorry. I think we will take sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
Stop.